Jesus helps catch fish. John 21, 1 through 17. One day, some of the disciples decided to go fishing. After all, fishing had been their job before they met Jesus. Now, Peter thought it seemed like a good thing to do again, especially since they were so close to the sea. Peter got his boat. Thomas, Nathanael, James, John, and 2 other disciples were with him on the beach. "I am going out to fish," Peter told them as he loaded his net into the boat. Well, why not, they thought. So they all climbed into the boat and pushed out into the water. They fished and fished, but did not catch anything. They fished into the night and still caught nothing. Still, they did not give up. They fished all night. Finally, as the sun was starting to come up, Peter saw a man standing near the shore. "Have you caught any fish?" the man yelled out. "Nothing," they yelled back. "We have not caught anything." "Toss your net out on the right side of the boat, and you will catch lots of fish," the man said. They looked at each other. This was strange. They had been fishing in this water all night and had not caught a single fish. Now this man was telling them to toss their net on the other side of the boat. "We might as well try," one of them said. So that is what they did. Suddenly their net was filled with fish, so many fish that they could not pull the net back into the boat. John looked at Peter. Peter looked at John. Then they looked at the man. It had to be Jesus. "It is him," John said. "Look, it is the Lord." Peter grabbed his fishing gear and jumped into the water, trying to get to the shore to see Jesus. John and the other disciples rowed the boat as fast as they could. They did not even bother to pull the net into the boat. They just let it drag behind. They wanted to see Jesus. When they got to the shore, they found Jesus sitting near a fire, cooking fish. "Bring me some of your fish," he told them. Peter went to the boat and started pulling the heavy fish-filled net ashore. By doing what Jesus had told them, they had caught some of the biggest fish any of them had ever seen, and lots of them. So many, they all knew the net should have already broken. But no, because they had obeyed Jesus, their net was still in good shape, and they had more fish than they knew how to handle. "Come, eat breakfast with me," Jesus called to them. When they sat down, Jesus took the bread, blessed it, broke it, and passed it to them. Now they were sure this was Jesus. When they had finished eating, Jesus looked at Peter, the disciple who had pretended 3 times not to know him. "Peter," Jesus asked, "do you love me?" "Yes, Lord," Peter replied. "You know I do." "Feed my lambs," Jesus said. Later, as they were sitting on the beach, Jesus again looked at Peter. "Peter," he asked, "do you love me?" "Yes, Lord," Peter said. "You know I do." "Take care of my sheep," Jesus said. When Jesus asked Peter the same question a little while later, Peter became worried. He knew that he had denied knowing Jesus. Did Jesus really think that Peter had stopped loving him? He wondered. "Lord, you know everything," Peter said. "You know I love you." "Tend my sheep, Peter," Jesus said. Jesus had told the disciples years ago that he would make them fishers of men and that they would lead lost people to God. Now they would all start fishing again, not for fish, as they had done before they met Jesus, but for men and women and boys and girls. The disciples had their jobs back. They were going to work for Jesus, the Lamb of God. They were going to take care of his sheep, his children. Now the time had come to start telling the whole world about Jesus.